something, then like before I play my intro.
I think we just leave.
Is that my intro for today?
Yeah.
Welcome to another video. Today I'm in a hotel room because I'm at my FBLA state conference. Rooming with me is the wonderful Chloe Andrini, and now she's going to study for her competitions. Today I'm doing a stats video. It was very, very highly requested. If you want to see what schools I got into, make sure you go and watch my college decision reactions video. And here we go with the video. In today's video, I'm going to go over my stats, my extracurriculars, and just my general application. I want to start this off by saying stats aren't everything. Once you get to a certain threshold or once you're performing at a certain academic level, I believe colleges all really look at them all as the same. Don't stress too much about the details, and I'll just say my stats. My GPA as of the end of my first semester senior year was a 4.34. And then my unweighted GPA was a 3.845, I believe. I'm just going to say that I think my GPA was actually one of the weakest part of my application. And yes, it's good and I recognize that. Just compared to the applicants at the schools I was looking for, it's just not as good as comparison to a 4.0 or something like that. But I think I had my essays and my extracurriculars and other parts of my application really made up for it. And then my rank for my class was 15 out of 582. Which meant I was in the top 3%, which is a part of how my school looks at rank. My class difficulty was I was in the IB program throughout high school. I think colleges view IB classes at a certain level that I think is probably the same as AP classes. Next, my ACT scores. So I got a 34 composite on the ACT. And then I got a 35 in reading, and then a 34 in English, math, and science. I also got a 10 out of 12 on the writing section. I took 2 SAT subject tests. I took biology and I took math. I got a 740 on the biology section, and I got an 800 on the math level 2 section. Now we're going to go on to my extracurriculars. I'm only going to list the activities that I listed in my Common App, but that doesn't include everything that I did during my high school experience, because I did some other volunteering and some other honors. The first activity that I listed on my Common App was my experience as the president of my HOSA chapter. If you don't know what HOSA is, it stands for Health Occupation Students of America. I was the president of that club, and I basically restarted it at the beginning of my junior year, and I was the president for junior and senior year. The second activity that I listed was an internship that I did in a mechanical and materials engineering lab where I worked as a research assistant. I also presented my research at the Nebraska Research Symposium, and additionally I presented my research at the Undergraduate Women in Physical Sciences Conference. The third activity that I listed on my Common App was being the director of my math team. I was on math team for all 4 years of high school, and I competed in several events, won some competitions throughout that. The fourth activity that I listed was cheerleading. I was a varsity cheerleader for 3 years and on the freshman team for 1 year. I also ran the social media for the cheer team, and additionally I was nominated for All-American for 4 years, even though I never actually made All-American, and the team won first place at several events at our NCAA camp. The fifth activity that I listed was cross country. I did that all 4 years of high school. I was a team leader for my junior and senior year with long distance running. I ran 2 half marathons, which I also listed on my Common App. The sixth activity that I listed was student council, which I was involved in during my sophomore and junior year. I organized some events. I helped with some of the planning for some of the charity events. The seventh activity that I listed on my Common App was being the reporter for my FBLA chapter. I ran the social media with that, and then I also come to events like this, and I've competed and I've won some awards through that. The eighth activity that I listed on my Common App was Science Olympiad, which I did my junior and senior year. I just did some events through that. It wasn't a very big commitment as an activity. I just really went to the competitions and I competed there. The ninth activity that I listed was being a mentor for this middle school program, where I just met with this 6th grader once a week, talked about academics, and I just kind of tried to guide her in her life and tried to be a positive role model. The 10th and last activity that I listed on my Common App was tennis, and I did that my sophomore and junior year. And I just was a member. I competed at the junior varsity level, so it wasn't very competitive. Last, I'm just going to give some overall thoughts on my application. Obviously, I don't have any access to the admission officer, so this is just what I felt were my strengths and weaknesses. I think my strengths are like my extracurriculars, my standardized tests. I think I had really strong essays and I worked really hard on them. And if you guys want a video of me reading those, make sure to leave a comment down below about that. I think I had great course difficulty through doing the IB program. I think I had a lot of passion and like clear goals for my life in my essays, and I think that showed throughout my application. My weaknesses, I think, were like probably my GPA, my rank, and the fact that I didn't have like any national awards. And those are just like my general thoughts about how I thought my application was perceived. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments down below. And make sure you subscribe to keep updated on more college content. Also, drop a like if you enjoyed this video or this was helpful to you. And that's all for today. Thank you. Bye.